This evening we're here at Grampian Kart Club in Boyndy and we're talking to Jonathan Edwards, who, as far as I can believe, is an up-and-coming karter of this generation. Would I be right, Jonathan?
I think so.
You think so? We've already had a wee chat this evening.
Yes.
And I am so impressed by your enthusiasm and your determination in this sport. Now, you were telling me earlier how old you were when you first got into a kart. I'm going to tell everyone how old were you when you got into...
I was about 4.
4, and that's when you realised you want to go karting.
Well, I didn't realise that much when I was 4.
No, and then what happened after that?
Well, I was about 6 when I started doing it, and I saw this is the sport I wanted to do.
And you were telling me, you know, that there's certain classes that you're racing here, because I know absolutely nothing about karting, so I've had a really good education about this. You race Honda Cadets, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're telling me about the different cars that you can race at kart clubs.
Yeah.
And it's Hondas at the race here, is that correct?
Well, it's Honda Cadets.
Right.
That's the only cadet they basically race here.
Okay. And then what happens after the cadets? What's your next grade after that?
Maybe mini marks. You can move up at 11.
Right.
Then it's junior marks. Then it's seniors. Then gearbox.
And you are 10 at the moment, am I right?
Yes.
So you've got another year racing.
Well, I could stay at till I'm 13.
And what would you like to do?
I'll probably stay till I'm 13.
A reason for that?
So I can get more speed. Then I can try and build up myself for a minute. Because it's different weights for each class.
Weight? As in your weight or the car weight?
But all together.
Altogether?
Aye.
All right, okay. So what's your weight for the section that you're in at the
And
moment?
the 100 cadets is 103 kilograms.
Right. And then after that, what's the next weight up?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you're quite happy to stay where you're at the moment.
Yes.
And you're doing well in the grade you're in, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah. You're telling me that you haven't had a win as yet, have you?
No.
But that's not the whole thing, is it?
No.
No. You've had a few seconds?
A few seconds.
Thirds as well?
And a third.
And a third. That's really good, isn't it, for your age group? Very good. Now, you're telling me that you have got your own kart, is that correct?
Yes.
How long have you had this kart for?
Just over a year.
Like your kart?
Yes.
How'd you go about picking a kart?
Well, I'll just get him to buy one, my dad.
That's the plan, is it? Get him to buy one.
Yes.
What do you look for in a kart when you're going out to get one?
Speed.
Speed.
Yes.
It's the speed that you like, isn't it?
Aye.
Yeah. And have you to get measured for a kart, or what happens?
Well, you can adjust the pedals
Right.
in the cart for your size.
Alright. So how long would a kart last you? Now you've got this kart now. You've had it for a year. So how long do you think this kart will last you for? Or is it just about
Well, till I've grown out of it.
Okay. Right. So maybe another year, maybe if you're lucky.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
'Cause I'm a bit of a shrimp.
Shrimp. I wouldn't say you're a bit of a shrimp. And you're telling me that it's the speed, isn't it, that
Yes.
you like? And you were telling me you can be a wee bit aggressive, can you, when you're driving?
A wee bit.
Wee bit. And that you, how does this aggression come out? Tell me about when you're going round a lap, when you're doing a lap.
Well, I just have to try and overtake. I have to try and bump them. I got hard in the bumper. When they go in a corner and brake, I keep my foot on. So they go out on the outside, and I cut in the inside.
Right, so you're just out there, aren't you?
Yes.
Just determined to get there. And you're doing it all right. And I can just see in your face that racing is you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we were speaking a wee bit about Formula 1.
Yeah.
Because that really is the natural progression, isn't it, from this? And we were speaking about the drivers, and we got a bit of a discussion about Alonso and Button, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go and tell me.
Well, my favourite at the moment is Button and Alonso. But I think I might like Alonso better because he's faster and he's got more wins than Button.
But it's a speed thing again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you get timed, do they pick your lap times? Have you got a fastest lap time? Or...
And my fastest laps are 44.49.
Say it again.
My fastest lap's 44.9.
Wow!
No, 44.49.
That's fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
And every time you get in your kart and you're doing a lap, do you want to try and beat that? Are you happy with that?
I have to try and beat it.
You have to try and beat it. Okay, that's right. And you were also we're still speaking about Formula 1. Lewis Hamilton, that's where he started, isn't it?
Yes. And then Paul de Resta started at this track.
At this track?
But I'm not sure if it's this track, but you race at this track.
So it could be you one day, couldn't it?
Probably.
Yeah. Will you
Hope.
remember me?
Don't know.
He's honest. Well, you're telling me that your dad's sitting here beside you.
Yes.
You don't have any nerves when you get out there, do you? You have nerves.
No.
When does your nerves start?
Before I leave the house to come to the track.
And then once you're in your cart.
But once I hit the road, it just goes away.
But you're telling me your dad here.
Well, he gets more nerves than me.
And Mum?
Scared of speed.
Scared of the speed. See, you're a wee speedster, aren't you?
Probably.
Probably. So you have to think about that when you're learning to drive now, eh? No speeding on that road. Fitness, a big part of your programme, isn't it?
Yes.
And how do you keep fit, Jonathan?
Well, I bike a lot. And when they start going out for runs.
You start going out for runs?
And I do some training to my thighs.
Right, okay. I see when you finished your race, are you quite tired?
Depends if it's a boundary on MSA.
Right, okay. And the difference being?
2 laps.
All right, okay. Can you tell me a bit about karting in Scotland in this area? You were telling me about the different tracks, weren't you?
Yeah.
So if you could give me a wee bit, what we're speaking about, you could tell me a wee bit.
Well, there's 4 tracks in Scotland. There's Grampian Kart Club, there's Grampian Kart Club, there's East the Scottish Kart Club, and there's West the Scottish Kart Club.
Right.
And I would like to go down to that hall, that's West, and to compete down there.
Just purely because there's more drivers.
Yes.
You'll be able to get your speed up again.
Yes, hopefully.
And a bit more competition for you.
Yeah, because I like a competition.
I think you do, don't you?
Yeah.
And also you're speaking about you'd like to go and race in England as well?
Well, not really, but I would like to. But it was just money.
Because you've got your sponsor, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, who's your sponsor at the moment?
Unicorn Hill.
And how did you go about getting your sponsorship there?
Well, I just went up and asked them.
You do? And they said yes?
Yes.
They must have a lot of faith in you before they're putting their name on the side of your cart. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about your cart, well, we'll have a wee look around your cart.
Okay.
Will show me around your cart?
Yep.
Right, Jonathan, this is the cart.
Yes.
This is where you come in and you sit in as much as you can and go racing around this track.
Yes.
Give me a tour of this.
Well, this is the sub-axle. No, that's sub-axle, that's a track rod. And that's my throttle, and that's the throttle cable there. And then that's the fuel tank. That pumps up the fuel up into the box, and it comes down there into the engine. And then this is the brake pads there. So when you pull the brake, that squishes the brake disc.
Okay.
And then you have to have weight. But I have to have weight for the weight of the class.
Right. So you're actually weighted when you're driving?
Well, you have the lead on, and when you come off, you get weighed.
Right, okay. I didn't know that. Right. And a car like this, cart like this, must be a lot of maintenance, is it? Because, I mean, you must give this a lot of torture when you're racing around the track.
Yes, you can see that.
So who does all your maintenance?
Him.
Him again?
Yes.
Again. So, okay, we've got it. So Dad does the money and he does the maintenance.
Yes.
Yes. Are you interested in the maintenance? Do you help Dad? Are you looking at things that you can maybe learn and to do yourself in the future?
Well, not really about helping.
No?
No.
Dad's quite good at it himself.
Yes.
Yeah. And, okay, what about tyre pressures? Is there a certain tyre pressure?
Depends on the heat.
Oh, right, okay. So if we were racing something like today, I know it's a bit on the spot, the conditions that were today, what sort of tyre pressure?
About 20.
Okay, and then what's the difference if it's hot?
I think I have to go down, make sure.
Go down. Yeah?
Yep.
All right, okay. What bit gets the hardest knocks when you're racing, Jonathan?
Well, probably if Logan man, he gives me a shove. This is my engine, I've got my sponsor on it. And this is the on and off. I've got a spring in case I knock it during the race.
Right. Okay.
You can end your race prematurely if you was to knock that switch. The engine goes dead. So we have a spring keeping it. So no matter if you hit it, it springs back to the on position.
All right. Okay. What about what you're wearing as well? I mean, I know this. I mean, this is you need this to get around your track, but you also need all the safety gear as well, don't you? Safety gear. You're wearing obviously your.
Yeah, I've got my suit on, and then I've got a rubber protector on underneath my suit.
What kind of protector have you got?
It's a Benjo.
All right.
Zip down and show off the safety equipment.
That's the thing.
All right. And what does this do? This gives you a lot of protection when you're
Aye.
sitting in there?
Yeah.
All right, okay. And is all this compulsory when you're driving?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And helmet, have we got one?
Helmet is in the van.
In the van. Are you hard on helmets, or
Yes.
how often do you
Well,
change?
it is pretty knackered. It's got chips all over it.
Okay. And footwear, just
That's that's a race wear.
As well.
That's
race
race
shoes
wear.
as well?
Yep.
Yeah, race shoes. So it must cost quite a bit of money to maintain.
Yes.
Yeah. So they must have a wee bit of faith in you.
Probably. I
Thinking
hope
that
so.
you're the next Lewis Hamilton.
Well, Fernando Alonso, really.
Let's just go right to the top then, eh? Fernando Alonso, you think
Yeah.
so? Yeah? Do you watch a lot of F1
When it's on.
when it's on? And that's your ultimate dream, really, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah. And we were speaking as well, you know, you're saying you've got two brothers.
Yes.
They're not interested in this at all, are
No.
they? You say, you know, that they're interested in their Xbox, things like that. But you say that you think people your age should be out and about,
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah.
Getting a bit of sport.
Yes.
For what reason? What do you think?
Well, just so they're not lazy and all that.
Bit of fitness?
Yes.
And it's a lot better than sitting inside,
Yes.
I would say. Thanks, Jonathan. Thank you very much. And I hope you do really well. And I want to see you one day in that F1 podium.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.